Hi everyone and welcome back for another video. My name is Brenda, in case you've forgotten, because I've been so lost for I think almost 3 months now, and I feel kind of guilty because I see guys still subscribing. Some of you still watch my videos and I'm so grateful for that. It really warms my heart, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So if you're new here, I normally do like I normally pick a topic, and it's mostly something that has popped up on Twitter. It used to be trending stories, but I don't like what normally trends nowadays. So I pick something that intrigues me and I bring it to YouTube. I talk about it. I like seeing other people's opinions about it. That's why I normally post screenshots of guys replying. The screenshots are not of DMs. I do not post private screenshots. I only post what people have put out in the public domain. Yeah, that's my thing, and I've enjoyed it so far. A lot of Twitter this past maybe couple of months for us has been very political because you're going into a political year, but there's still some entertaining stuff that we can still, you know, gather around and laugh about, or even just give our opinions on. So this particular tweet was by, I think, someone from Nigeria. His name is Oku Young. He says, from the age 25 you should have a will. Okay, I hope that we all know what a will is. I mean, it's something that outlines, you know, what is to be done with you or your property, or whatever word you want to say to your loved ones after you're gone. And honestly, at 25, no, I did not have a will. I wasn't even thinking about a will. I don't have a will now because I feel like if I sat down to start that process, it will really depress me to think about my loved ones, how they would survive if I'm gone. Like, you know, I don't want to think about things like that, but I believe it's important. Many other guys also felt the same. However, of course, you know, this is Twitter and guys had a lot of opinions about this, so let's go. Adans says, I totally agree to help distribute my debts between my brothers. And I this made me laugh because I felt like at 25 you really don't have much. I mean, okay, some of you are balling, but not everyone has much. And many other people were talking about how at 25 they didn't have any assets. I mean, all they had was college tuition debt and iPhone chargers. Adrian Expression, I love this guy. He says, the lawyer organizing all my assets so that my non-existent descendants can fight over them, and it's someone who's arranging pennies, trying to distribute them to your family members. Creative says, my phone should go to my sister, iPhone charger to my cousin, I donate my sermon notes to the public for general reading, give my Twitter account to the highest bidder. This is like what most guys were talking about, how at 25 they have a phone, an iPhone charger, and that's it. Country Yo says, for the 5k inside my account. Yeah, I think so. 5k is a lot of money. I mean, if it's 5k dollars, I mean, even 5k shillings, I still think it's a lot of money to have, and please distribute it to your loved ones. King K says, I don't even have the will to live. Calm down. Many other guys are talking about how yeah, at 25 you should have the will to live and not expect to die. Someone even said, I expect to live until 100. Please don't tell me about these things of writing a will at 25. But it's important. I might put one together. Marie Lisa says, which one of you wants my hair products? I do. Please, I would take hair products as a will item. Yes, yes, I would put hair products on my will because those things are expensive. Cliffside says, to my firstborn, the 23 cents in my bank account and all my video games. To my wife, the TV and my hoodies. When I first saw this tweet, I was laughing, but now come to think of it, I'm like, okay, I think it's important to have sorry, there's noise, but I'll try to talk over it. I think it's important to have all your items listed down and all your items distributed to people whom you love, so that they don't have to figure out who you wanted the stuff to go to. Mal posted saying my will at 25, and it's a blank sheet of paper because, again, you don't really have much. And if you do have even any slightest amount of money or a savings account or a phone, laptop, car, I mean, please have a will, because I think it's important to not have your family confused about what to do with your stuff. But Hey, Genevieve says, I wouldn't want to cause any family drama over the 2 rands I have in my bank account. 2 rands is like 30 cents. US dollars, 30 cents. So it's like, oh my gosh, why? I don't want my family to fight over it either. I mean, Atoti said at 25, I will be buried with all my belongings because maybe all he owns is a suit. 1 suit and maybe a watch, you know. And I really relate to this guy because, hey, how much do you have, or how much did you have at 25? Honestly, I was in my final year in architecture. I don't think I had much besides my laptop and my models in school. Jenny says, at 25, I would have left my family with the $8 I had in my bank account, my leftover tuition fees, and my credit card bills. That's the story of most people, unless you have like big money. Juliana says, my phone goes to my younger bro, my clothes to my nieces. Whoever wants my sugar daddy can just take him. I mean, we're giving out sugar daddies, come on. You play too much. Mr. John says, if you own stuff, then you can have an actual will. Is an iPhone a property? Yeah, $250,000 shillings. These iPhones nowadays are so expensive. I mean, you're paying like $2,000 for an iPhone. Yeah, that's have a will. That's property. Gerald Cake says, me, lawyer, I want to write my will. The lawyer's like, okay, what assets do you have? And this guy is like, my 1 original USB Type-C code. Stupid. And my power bank. I don't fault you, really. I don't fault you. That's how most conversations by 25-year-olds would start. Okay. Precious AG says, for my clothes, slippers, sneakers, and pants and bra. Yes, you're right. I should have a no, please don't give out your pants and your bra. That's underwear, for heaven's sake. I mean. Amelia says, okay, who wants my fake Prada bag and false eyelashes? When this came to mind, I realized, let's say women in their 30s, 40s, 50s have collected like fashionable items, you know, things like jewelry, handbags, you know, brand names. And at 25, most of us didn't have these brand names. I mean, you had fake Pradas. Okay, unless you're balling. 25-year-olds nowadays are balling, but me, I didn't have a Prada bag to give out. Black Norin Rad, this one actually said something really meaningful. He said, I've had one since the age of 8. Folks thought that stuff was hilarious or weird because they thought wills are for you to pass materials on. I had materials at 8. Okay, maybe crayons. However, I had messages to pass on as well. A lot of people don't get closure in death. I learned that young, and that's why I made a will. And it came to my conclusion, or to my attention, that wills are also not just for materials, but it's like you writing a love letter to your loved ones, you know, since you're gone. And I felt like, no, if you're able to write a love letter to your loved ones, why don't you just tell them since you're still alive to write it, right? That's just my opinion. I don't have a will, and like I said before, and I think the process of me putting together a will is important. I would not want any confusion or drama or anything over the few items I have. They're not that many. I saw so many tweets talking about how people don't care about this process, but I think it's important because I've seen families go into court because of someone dying and not having like things in place. And the way this world is going nowadays, anyone can pass away at any time, and it's good to have, you know, everything sorted out before you go, especially if you have a family and you have wishes for them or how your kids should be taken care of. You know, it's not just materials. I think it's also like your final wishes, and be reasonable about it. Again, disclaimer, I am not an expert. I am just someone who was reading people's opinions and learned a few things and also came here to share. So if you have any opinions about this, please do share in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.